Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in every life where the conversation must shift from I should to I must. The great divide between those who dream and those who do is not talent, luck, or intelligence, it's the willingness to force yourself to get it done, especially on the days when motivation is nowhere to be found. See, discipline isn't born in comfort. Discipline is forged in those silent battles we fight when no one is watching, when the bed is warm, when the task is heavy, when the excuses are loud. That's where success begins, not when it's easy, but when it's required. The most powerful words you can ever speak to yourself are simply, do it anyway. Don't feel like showing up, do it anyway. Don't feel excited, do it anyway. Energy follows action, not the other way around. Once you move, momentum wakes up. And once momentum wakes up, it starts moving mountains you thought were impossible to climb. People wait for the perfect moment, but I'll let you in on a secret. The perfect moment is every moment you decide to act. Force yourself to begin today, because beginning is half the battle. The moment you get moving, life starts to cooperate. Doors open, strength grows, confidence is built not by what you plan to do, but by what you force yourself to finish. Your habits today are carving out your future. If you practice hesitation, then hesitation will be your legacy. But if you practice discipline, if you practice pushing yourself even when it's uncomfortable, your legacy becomes greatness. Wake up each day and say, this is the day I will do what must be done. Not next week, not later, not when I feel ready now. Success responds to pressure. Apply it. Put pressure on your laziness, your procrastination, your doubts. Outwork them, outlast them, dominate them with action, because the ultimate freedom in life is the ability to force yourself to do what you know is right whether you feel like it or not. When you live that way, the world starts to bend in your favor. Effort compounds, discipline compounds, results compound, and one day you'll look around and realize that everything you ever wanted wasn't delivered by luck, it was delivered by you. So, let today be the day you stop negotiating with weakness. Let today be the day you force yourself to get it done. Your future is waiting, but it won't wait forever. Success doesn't happen when we feel like it because feelings are temporary, inconsistent, and often unreliable. They are influenced by mood, comfort, environment, and countless variables that change from moment to moment. If someone waits to feel motivated, inspired, or excited before taking action, most of their valuable time slips away in waiting. The reality is that greatness is built not on bursts of emotion, but on deliberate decisions. Action must be driven not by emotion, but by commitment. Those who succeed understand that feelings are a luxury, while discipline is a requirement. They know consistency outperforms intensity. Excitement may spark a beginning, but it cannot carry you to the finish. Real progress demands showing up even when you are tired, doubtful, or distracted. The people who accomplish great things aren't always the ones who feel the best or the most confident. They are the ones who understand that emotions should never be the driver. Instead, they let values, habits, and responsibility guide their behavior. There will be days when enthusiasm is high and everything seems possible, but there will also be days when everything seems heavy and success feels far away. If you only work hard on the good days, you will never build enough momentum to reach your potential. Long-term achievement requires you to push through resistance. Every time you act in spite of how you feel, you train your mind to obey purpose over comfort. You become stronger, more focused, more capable. Waiting for motivation becomes unnecessary because you become your own motivation. Growth happens in uncomfortable places. When others give up, the disciplined keep moving. They know that small steps taken consistently lead to big results over time. They know that success is not a mood. It's a deliberate choice made repeatedly. Joy, excitement, passion. Those are powerful emotions, but they should be viewed as bonuses, not requirements. If you treat them as prerequisites to action, you remain at their mercy and your destiny remains unpredictable. The most successful individuals operate by principle, not by impulse. They commit to routines, systems, and behaviors that align with their goals even when they feel bored, stressed, or uninspired. They don't rely on hope or whim, they rely on habits. Over time, this becomes their superpower. While others wait for the right time, the disciplined create the right time. While others chase comfort, they chase completion. While others live for the weekend, they live for the work. They understand that success is less about inspiration and more about persistence. It's not about how you feel right now, but about whether you honor your commitments. The gym is most valuable on the days you don't want to go, because that's when you prove to yourself that your purpose is stronger than your pain. Business grows when you make calls, even when you fear rejection, because that's how you build resilience. Learning happens when you study, even when the information seems overwhelming, because that's how you train your brain to adapt. Every great achievement carries behind it thousands of moments where the achiever did not feel like doing the work. They pushed anyway. That is the price of excellence. Comfort is a slow death to dreams. When you indulge your feelings too much, you begin to justify poor decisions. You tell yourself you deserve a break even when the job isn't done. You convince yourself that tomorrow will be better. But tomorrow has a habit of turning into never. The disciplined person understands that feelings are fleeting, but results last forever. They act because it's necessary, not because it's convenient. In the process, something magical happens. They begin to respect themselves. Confidence is born from keeping promises to yourself. Each time you work when you don't want to, you stack evidence in favor of your own strength. Eventually, you become unstoppable because you no longer need to feel motivated. You have become a person of action. Success demands sacrifice. It often means giving up comfort, entertainment, relaxation, and even immediate happiness in exchange for long-term fulfillment. Many people dream of success, but few are willing to push forward when excitement fades. The winners understand that dreams without discipline are just wishes. Emotions come and go, so relying on them is the fastest way to go nowhere. You must cultivate mental toughness. You must develop the ability to do what needs to be done even when everything inside you wants to quit. The world rewards those who produce, not those who promise. You don't have to love the process every day, but you must respect it. You don't have to feel confident every day, but you must keep showing up. You don't have to feel inspired every day, but you must follow through. That is how progress works. You water a seed even when you can't see growth because eventually roots form. You train your mind and body even on flat days because eventually strength appears. If you miss those opportunities by waiting for ideal emotions, you remain stuck in one place. Success belongs to those who are willing to do what is required regardless of how they feel in the moment. They embrace discomfort not because they enjoy it, but because they recognize it as the path to greatness. When you override your emotions and embrace responsibility, you develop a reputation, not just with others, but with yourself. You prove that you are reliable. You become someone who finishes what you start. Opportunity gravitates towards such people. The world notices consistency. It trusts those who can endure. People want to do business with those who keep their word. Once you build that momentum, success becomes a natural outcome, not a sudden miracle. In the beginning, it will be difficult. Your mind will resist. Your body will crave ease. Your feelings will try to convince you that today is not the right day. But if you push forward anyway, if you keep moving through the resistance, you will slowly discover a new source of power within yourself. That power, discipline, frees you from the chains of emotion. It gives you permission to act without waiting. It puts you in control of your destiny. Ultimately, success is not reserved for those who feel the best or who are blessed with constant enthusiasm. It is reserved for those who repeatedly decide to do what must be done, whether they feel like it or not. Discipline is the bridge that connects our goals with real achievement because it is the force that carries intention into execution. Goals are visions, dreams, ideas we want to reach. They represent the finish line, the picture of what we hope life can become. But dreams without disciplined actions remain fantasies. The only way to cross from wanting something to actually obtaining it is through consistent effort. That effort does not happen by accident or by bursts of energy that appear randomly. It is produced by discipline. the ability to stay focused and committed to a course of action, even when distractions, doubts, and discomfort arise. Goals inspire us and give us direction, but discipline builds the path and walks it step by step until the destination is reached. It demands saying no to temptations that pull us away from our objectives. It demands waking up early when our body prefers sleep, practicing when our mind prefers comfort, studying when entertainment is calling. Goals by themselves are passive. They don't grow legs and start walking toward us. We must walk toward them, and that walking is done not in gigantic leaps, but in small, deliberate steps repeated over time. Each repetition is an act of discipline. Every great athlete, business leader, artist, or thinker who reached the top did so because discipline kept them on task long after their initial excitement faded. When passion is high, effort feels easy, but passion fluctuates. Discipline remains. It anchors us to our commitments so that our behavior is guided not by emotions but by principles. That consistent application of effort is what produces results. Goals set the target. Discipline pulls back the bow and lets the arrow fly. Without it, we remain dreamers stuck on potential. With it, we turn dreams into reality. Discipline also builds character. Each time we keep a promise to ourselves, we grow stronger in self-trust. That inner trust becomes the courage to set bigger goals because we have proven we can follow through. The bridge between who we are and who we want to become is built by doing what is necessary, not just what is convenient. Every hour of disciplined action lays down another plank on that bridge. Over time, we travel across it without even realizing how far we have gone. When we look back, we see that every small decision to act, even when we did not feel like it, was a building block of our success. Discipline is not a single event. It is a lifestyle. It is choosing to persist through boredom, fatigue, and frustration because the purpose is bigger than the pain. When we are disciplined, we do not negotiate with excuses. We recognize that achievement has a price, and we are willing to pay it in advance through daily effort. That effort compounds. 1 hour of focus today merges with 1 hour tomorrow until we build a mountain of progress. Eventually, opportunities appear not because we were lucky, but because we were prepared. That preparation, repeated over time, is another word for discipline. Many people set goals every year only to abandon them within weeks because they rely on motivation. But motivation is like the weather, unpredictable. Discipline is like architecture, stable and intentional. It creates structure in our lives that supports our aspirations through routines, habits, and mindset. When we cultivate discipline, we transform ourselves from wishful thinkers into active creators. We start to take ownership of our progress. We no longer blame circumstances for our lack of success because discipline gives us the power to shape those circumstances. It teaches us that results come to the committed. Goals may define success, but discipline delivers it. It is the invisible thread that ties every small effort to our larger vision. Without that thread, everything falls apart. With it, everything comes together. Discipline also sparks growth. When we push ourselves to stick to the work, even when challenged, we stretch our abilities. We become more capable. The bridge grows stronger because every step across it makes us better suited for the journey. We begin to find joy in the process itself because discipline turns hard work into a habit and habits into our identity. Eventually, we are not just someone with goals, but someone who lives in alignment with those goals every single day. In careers, relationships, health, and personal success, the principle remains the same. Goals light the fire, but discipline keeps it burning. It is the force that makes sure we show up consistently and put in the effort required. When life gets tough, discipline keeps us moving. When distractions loom large, discipline keeps us focused. When discouragement whispers in our ear, discipline gives us the resolve to continue. It is the engine behind achievement. Those who rely on luck or talent alone rarely sustain success. Those who rely on discipline rise steadily and remain strong even when storms come. That is because discipline is not just about achieving the goal once. It is about maintaining the mindset and behavior that keep success alive. When we conquer one goal through discipline, we are ready to pursue another. This creates a lifelong bridge building process where each completed goal becomes a foundation for the next great achievement.
Goals give purpose to our effort, but it is discipline that gives power to our action. Without it, dreams remain out of reach no matter how beautiful they are. With it, even the most ambitious vision becomes attainable. Discipline is the connecting force that transforms idea into outcome, desire into accomplishment, and potential into performance. It teaches us that success is not accidental, but intentional. Every victory we admire was earned through many unseen moments of disciplined effort. Therefore, discipline is the bridge that must be crossed every day by anyone who wishes to turn goals into genuine achievement.